Ditch him. Get rid of him. Okay? Get rid of him. If you are noticing that the person that you are supposedly dating seems to be busy all the time and makes hardly any time for the two of you to hang out and date, they're not interested in you. Okay? If all of a sudden they are so busy or they are so tired because of work and they don't make the time to hang out with you, they are showing you very strong signs of disinterest. No matter how great your conversations are when you do talk, no matter how great the time is when you do hang out, if it's that hard to get them to hang out with you more and more regularly, then they are telling you that they are not interested. So you're wasting your time with them. And what people like this will do is they will drag it on, okay? They'll drag it on as long as you allow it to keep happening until you get to the point where you're so messed up mentally, you don't know yourself anymore. Or your self-esteem is in the dirt, all right? So ditch them.
You cut him off and overtalk him. You respect the pastor at your church more than you respect him. He can't open up to you because you throw his past in his face right back at him. You trust the opinion of your friends more than you trust him. And then you wonder why you can't get him to make you his girlfriend or his wife. You wonder why you are single. I want to expound on the points that I made in my last video about how we as Black women can sometimes ruin relationships, which is also connected to the disrespect that men often highlight. I am someone who's like always busy, quote unquote, or that's what people say about me, is I'm always busy. Naka's always busy. She always has something going on. And although that is true, I am always busy. But one of the things that I've been intentional about is how I define busy. And so for me, if I am resting, I'm busy. If I am spending time with my husband, I'm busy. If I'm spending quality time with my daughter, I'm busy, right? And I think a lot of times what we do is we allow the world, allow people, whoever it might be, so much access to us, and we don't protect the time that we need to be spending with our loved ones. And so, so for example, if I'm spending, quality time with my husband, I'm busy. Now again, you might say, well, you're not really busy because you guys are, whatever, you're on the couch watching a show. But to me, I define that as busy. Why? Because that is me protecting the sacred time that we have together as a couple. And it's important, just like, as all you introverts out there know, that being an introvert, you need to kind of spend time alone to re-energize. Similarly with a relationship, you need to spend time alone within the context of the relationship to re-energize the relationship. And so if you constantly have interruptions and phone calls and people who maybe think that they have a certain level of access to you, and if you're allowing them to access you at all times and you have no strict boundaries, that can eventually ruin your relationship. So just something to think about. So how available do you make yourself to the person you want to be with or the person you are with? Are you someone who has a million things on your list and they are last? Because if they are last and you demonstrate by your actions that they are last, they are not going to stay in that position. Why would anyone, especially anyone of quality, stay in the position of being last? So what you need to do and what you want to do is create an environment where you are available, emotionally available, physically available. You make yourself available to them in the flesh, and you make room and space in your life. Even if now you may feel like you don't have that room in that space, or it's really hard to make that room in that space, if you are struggling to create the space and create the room in your life, that could be a sign that you should not be in a relationship, and you definitely shouldn't be married. Because part of being in a relationship and being married is coming together. And how can you do that if you have so much time devoted to, spending time with your friends, and so much time for this activity, and so much time for the work trip or the girls trip, and so much time for your own personal self-care, which is good, but you have all these different you're scheduled, you have scheduled yourself so much. You're all scheduled, and everyone has a piece of you and a part of you. And the person who is wanting to be with you does not have access to you. And so essentially, you have given access to everyone else, but the person who is ultimately going to be the only person, one of the final people who will be there for you at the end of the day and at the end of your life if you guys get married. So again, remember that if you want to ensure that you don't ruin your relationship, or if you want to maintain the relationship that you have absolutely must create room and space in your life for the other person. Let me know what you think, though. Hope you appreciate the fall and the colors, and also my hair color, because it's kind of popping right now too. Let me know what you think. If you bought my book, if you could please leave me a review on Amazon. My book is called My Own Gaze, Memoir of an Invisible Black Woman. And also, this is a great time before the holidays to order a copy or a couple copies of books for Black women that you know. Check out my YouTube shorts. I've been posting some mini vlogs there. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.